Hello, hello, fiends, and welcome to another horrific edition of Casey's Creepy Creations. Tonight, we have a truly nauseating little nugget I like to call the Void's Maw. As always, we caution that the above video is not suitable for children, and if you suffer from a weak heart, please watch at your own risk. The Void's Maw. Darkness stretches endlessly around the small mining ship as it drifts closer to the asteroid. Pockmarked with craters and covered in a metallic sheen, the floating rock seems unremarkable to the seasoned team of miners aboard. Yet the crew cannot shake an undeniable unease. Final approach, a gruff voice cuts through the silence, Captain Dren. His words are calm, but his eyes linger on the reports of strange sensor anomalies. Static has periodically scrambled their systems since their approach, a detail he chooses not to dwell on. The crew, 5 in total, consists of hardened miners looking to stake their claim on resources deep within the asteroid. They banter lightly, masking the weight of the eerie reputation trailing this particular rock. "Still can't figure why so many disappearances happened here," mutters Rhea, one of the engineers. Her voice falters for a brief moment. "It's nothing but stories," replies Holt, the ship's mechanic, masking nervousness with bravado. "Just bad luck for those before us." Within moments, the ship lands. Dust rises in slow motion in the asteroid's weightless atmosphere. The crew suits up, their voices muffled over the comms as they step onto the cold surface. Something whispers through their headsets, faint and distant, a stray signal, or so they assume. The surface is barren, yet the air, the absence of air, feels heavy. Gray mounds of rock surrounding them seem carved by weather too alien to comprehend. As they head toward an old mining site etched into their map, their sensors buzz erratically. "Getting readings?" Dren asks over the comms. "Yeah," says Rhea uneasily, staring at her handheld monitor. "But it's wrong, it's shifting. Organic signatures where there shouldn't be." Beyond the ridgeline, the group arrives at a mining station, or what's left of it. The equipment lies abandoned, twisted as if corroded by acid, though no obvious signs of impact or damage mark the area. Oxygen tanks are shattered, drills half melted. They pause. "What happened here?" Holt whispers, despite knowing no one has the answer. Despite their unease, work must continue. Time is money, and this asteroid is rumored to be rich in materials. Deploying their drilling unit, they begin boring into the surface. It hums and vibrates until abruptly stopping when it makes contact with something harder than rock. The team investigates the drill site, finding fragments not of stone, but of a strange translucent shell. Light refracts in alien colors across its surface. Rhea picks up a piece, gloves trembling as she examines it. "This isn't right," she murmurs. "It's alive." The ground shifts beneath them, just slightly, a faint tremor. "You're imagining things," says Holt, though his voice betrays his own nervousness. The captain interjects. "Get back to work, secure the findings. We move fast." Hours pass. The operation intensifies. The unease grows sharper with every moment. The miners can't help but feel the ground beneath them pulse, as though matching an ancient, unseen heartbeat. The drill finally breaks through. Beneath the brittle surface lies a pocket, a massive cavern filled with dark, undulating material. It quivers at their intrusion. "Holy," starts Kellen, their youngest member, leaning in too close to the edge. The cavern splits open, a great crack forming along the exterior of the asteroid. A sound, neither a scream nor roar, but something otherworldly, rips through the comms, distorting their audio. The vibrations knock Kellen violently off his feet. From the depths of the cracked shell comes movement. Ribbons of black slime rise, flailing grotesquely, then retract into the chasm. The ground gives way. "We need to leave," shouts Rhea. But it's already too late. From the broken shell emerges the impossible. A creature rises, defying the scale of logic or reason. Its darkness seems to absorb all light as its slick surface writhes. Limbs, if they can be called such, contort in inhuman ways. Its one visible eye swivels grotesquely, locking onto the miners. Rhea screams. Kellen doesn't have time.
The creature uncoils and strikes, dragging him into its shadowy mass. His body is torn apart in an instant, with sickening sounds obscured by static in the comm system.
The rest of the group flees toward the ship. Holt stumbles, narrowly avoiding an onslaught of tendrils slicing through the ground like blades. "Move! Move!" Dren's voice roars over their comms as the monstrosity pursues them mercilessly.
Reaching the ship, the survivors slam the door shut behind them, panting and wide-eyed. Alarms blare as the creature begins battering against the hull.
"What the hell is that thing?" Holt shouts, his hands trembling as he grabs a weapon designed for mining equipment. "It's not just a creature," says Rhea, her voice quiet but steady. "It's ancient, alive, and we disturbed it, that thing. That's its revenge." The tension boils over as Dren barks orders, formulating plans to either escape or eradicate the nightmare now battering their spacecraft. Arguments erupt among the crew, panic sowing cracks in their resolve. And then silence. The banging stops. They dare not breathe. Moments later, they hear the faint sound of metal bending, slow and deliberate. A sharp hiss, a breach, startles the crew. The bulkhead of the ship crumples inward, impossibly reshaped by an unseen force. Black tendrils slither through the openings, moving impossibly fast. The crew fights back, utilizing mining tools as makeshift weapons. Sparks fly, and grotesque screams tear through the comms as Holt falls, pierced through the chest by several dozen smaller tentacles. He convulses before being dragged away, still screaming. Rhea fires a plasma cutter at the creature, managing to sever part of it. It recoils and shrieks, the sound piercing into their very minds. "This isn't about survival anymore," Dren growls. "It's about making it out alive. Forget the ship. We leave now." The survivors, just Dren, Rhea, and Kellen's replacement, Serena, race toward the ship's emergency escape shuttle. The corridors are something out of a nightmare, with shadowy tendrils creeping along the edges, forcing them to zigzag through the vessel. Along the way, Serena freezes, staring into the abyss of the creature's gaze as it emerges behind them. She doesn't move. "We have to go,"
Rhea pleads, tugging at her. But Serena remains transfixed, her pupils dilating.
As the creature looms closer, Serena whispers, "I see it now. It's endless." She smiles faintly as the tendrils envelop her. Dren pulls Rhea forward, the two escaping into the escape pod. The doors slam shut. They strap in, trembling as the craft ejects into the vacuum of space. From the small window of the pod, Dren and Rhea look back to the massive asteroid. The creature looms fully visible now, its form expanding impossibly beyond what they could have imagined. It seems to eye their retreat, not with anger, but with amused curiosity.
Dim lights within the asteroid flicker, revealing more eggs, hundreds of them, embedded within the vast structure. The monstrosity sinks back into the cracked shell as if retreating to await the next intrusion.
The pod drifts into the void, silence consumes them.
"We were never meant to be out here," Dren mutters, breaking the fragile quiet.
"No," replies Rhea, staring blankly into the abyss, "but something else was." The screen fades to black, as though the egg's heartbeat continues, forever lurking in the dark. Well, boys and ghouls, we've come to the end of yet another terrifying tale. If you've liked what you've seen, please feel free to drop us a like, a comment, or maybe even a subscription. They may seem like little things to you, but they mean a lot to us here at the dungeon. Thanks and unpleasant dreams until we meet again.